So you're thinking about moving to Dayton, Ohio, and maybe you've done a little Googling, maybe you've seen the headlines, maybe someone you know asked, wait, why Dayton? And now you're wondering, is this actually a good place to live, or am I missing something? And here's the truth. Dayton is one of the most misunderstood cities in the Midwest, and the people who live here, we love it. But we also complain about it a lot. So today, I'm not giving you the highlight reel. I'm giving you the stuff locals vent about, the real frustrations, the things that catch people off guard after they move here. Because if you're relocating, you don't need a sales pitch. You need to know what it's actually like to live here day to day. I'm Carrie Davis, and this is Living in Dayton, where you get the real story, not the brochure version. So let's get into it. Number one, the reputation problem. Let's start with the thing that every single Dayton local has experienced, and I do mean every one of us. You tell someone you live in Dayton, Ohio, and they get this look on their face, and you know the look. It's part pity, part confusion, part, oh, honey, and then they say it. Isn't Dayton kind of dangerous? And then you take a deep breath because here we go again. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Dayton, like every city in America, does have neighborhoods with higher crime rates, and that is true. But the idea that Dayton is some kind of lawless wasteland where you can't walk outside, that is simply not accurate, and it drives locals absolutely up the wall. The Dayton metro area is made up of some incredible communities. We're talking about Centerville, Kettering, Beaver Creek, Vandalia, Huber Heights, Springboro. These are all excellent suburbs, and they have a genuinely great quality of life. And even inside the city of Dayton itself, neighborhoods like the Oregon District, South Park, Belmont, they're all vibrant, walkable, and thriving. The problem is that Dayton's reputation got stuck in a rough chapter, and the internet never updated the story. So if you're moving here and someone gives you that look, just smile, nod, and know that in about 6 months, you're going to be doing the exact same thing I'm doing right now, defending your city to people who've never been here. Number two, the weather. All right, let's talk about the weather, because this one is not a myth. Dayton weather is a little unhinged, and I don't mean that in a cute way. I mean, you will wake up on a Tuesday in March, it will be 60 degrees and sunny, and by Thursday, there will be 4 inches of snow on the ground. I have worn a winter coat and a tank top in the same week in April, multiple times. We get all 4 seasons here, and sometimes all 4 of those seasons are in the same week. The summers can genuinely be beautiful. The falls are stunning. The colors out here are incredible. But the winters, gray, flat, and a little more gray. Ohio gray is its own specific shade of gray that meteorologists don't even have a name for yet. And it starts in, I'm going to say December, and it just stays. And the wind. The Miami Valley is basically a wind tunnel. Dayton sits in a geographic bowl, and when the wind decides to show up, it shows up. You will lose a hat, possibly more than one. So if you're moving to Dayton, here's your practical advice. Layer everything, never fully commit to a weather forecast, and invest in a good coat. Number 3, the traffic and construction. Okay, I need to talk about I-75. I-75 in Dayton has been under construction for what I want you to really hear this, feels like my entire life. There are people who grew up here who have never known a version of I-75 that wasn't under construction. It is a generational experience at this point. And look, we understand. Infrastructure is important. We get it. But there really is something uniquely Dayton about seeing orange barrels and immediately thinking, oh, this is just forever now. This is just how the roads are. Now, in all fairness, Dayton doesn't have the nightmare gridlock of Columbus or Cincinnati. Rush hour here is genuinely manageable compared to those cities. But the construction zones, the lane closures, the expect delay signs that have just become a permanent fixture of the landscape, that's our cross to bear. And then there's the Dayton left. For those of you who don't know what a Dayton left is, buckle up. In some parts of the Dayton area, when you want to turn left, you actually turn right, loop around, and then come back. It's a specific traffic flow, and it is deeply confusing to people who don't grow up here. Locals navigate it without thinking. Newcomers, you'll be white-knuckling it for at least the first month. And hey, before we keep going, real quick, if you are seriously considering a move to the Dayton area and you want more than just the fun stuff, I put together a full relocation guide that covers neighborhoods, commutes, things to do, everything you actually need to know to make a smart decision. The link is down in the description, so grab it. It really is useful. And if you're finding this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. I put out new content every week about Dayton, and we've got a great community of people here who already live in Dayton or are thinking about making the move. Okay, back to complaining. Number 4, the brain drain. This next one is a little more complicated, and I think it's one of the most honest conversations locals have about Dayton. Dayton has incredible bones. We have Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, one of the most significant military installations in the country. We have the University of Dayton. We have Wright State, Sinclair, real academic institutions doing real research. We have a genuinely rich history, the birthplace of aviation, the home of the Wright brothers. Dayton has produced more patents per capita than almost anywhere else in the country. And yet, there's always been this feeling that Dayton's best and brightest leave. They go to Columbus, they go to Cincinnati, they go to Chicago or New York or wherever. And Dayton, for all its potential, has struggled to fully retain that energy. Locals feel this. You'll hear it in conversations. Why can't we get a better restaurant scene downtown? Why does Columbus keep getting everything? When is Dayton going to have its moment? The good news, and I genuinely mean this, is that Dayton is changing. The Oregon District is thriving. Downtown development has picked up. Remote work has brought people here who want the low cost of living without sacrificing quality of life. New restaurants and breweries are opening. There's real momentum, but there's still that chip on the shoulder that we could be so much more energy that every true Daytonian carries around. And honestly, I think it's part of what makes the city interesting. Number 5, cost of living. Here's one that seems like it shouldn't be a complaint, but hear me out. Dayton's cost of living is extremely affordable, like really affordable. Housing prices that would make someone from the coast actually laugh out loud. You can buy a beautiful home here for what you'd pay for a studio apartment in Denver. So what's the complaint? The complaint is that locals sometimes feel like Dayton doesn't get enough credit for this. Like it's the best kept secret that nobody's talking about. And then the flip side, and this is real, sometimes the affordability masks the fact that wages in Dayton have historically been lower than in bigger metro areas also. So yes, your dollar goes further, but if you're job hunting locally and not working remotely, you want to do your research on the industry that you're in. That said, if you're a remote worker, a retiree, or someone who's just tired of paying for insane rent for a closet, Dayton might genuinely be one of the best moves that you can make. Number 6, the small city with the big city identity crisis. Dayton sits in this interesting middle ground, and locals have complicated feelings about it. It's not a small town. We have real arts, we have real culture, real history, a great food scene. The Dayton Art Institute is legitimately excellent. The Oregon District on a weekend night is genuinely fun. There's live music, crafts, breweries, diverse neighborhoods with real character, but it's also not Columbus or Cincinnati. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes you'll find yourself wishing for something that just isn't here. A specific type of restaurant, a bigger music venue, more direct flights from the airport. Locals have learned to love what Dayton is while still having opinions about what it could be. And here's the thing, the proximity to Columbus and Cincinnati is actually a huge quality of life feature. You're 45 minutes to an hour from both cities, so when you want the big city experience, you go get it. And then you come home to a place where you can actually afford to live. Once you recalibrate your expectations and stop comparing Dayton to a Tier 1 city, you start to see what it actually is. Number 7, the things that we actually love. Okay, look, I've been complaining for a while. And that's the point of the video, I know, but I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't take a second to say this. Dayton people are some of the most real, down-to-earth, genuinely friendly people that you will ever meet. Nobody cares what kind of car you drive or what neighborhood you live in. I mean, most people don't. But people hold doors. They wave back to you. The pace of life is human. The outdoor scene is underrated. John Bryan State Park, Huffman Prairie, the Little Miami Scenic Trail, these are genuinely beautiful places to spend time. Dayton is a city that rewards the people who actually pay attention to it, the ones who find the hidden gem restaurants, the neighborhood bars that become regulars, the local events that are packed every year. It's not handed to you the way it might be in a bigger city, but when you find your Dayton, it's yours. So there you have it. The real stuff, the real things that locals absolutely complain about, but also the community, the affordability, the people, the surprising amount of life in this city, if you know where to look. If you are seriously thinking about relocating to Dayton, then do yourself a favor and download my Dayton relocation guide. The link is in the description. I put a lot of work into it, and it covers everything. And if you've got some Dayton gripes I didn't cover, drop them in the comments. I know there are things that I missed, and honestly, your comments always make my day and make me laugh quite a bit. I'm Carrie Davis, and this is Living in Dayton. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.